Hey there, gang. Welcome back to the Tavern. Welcome back to Abhaile. And most importantly, welcome back to the island of Miyamoto. After a few weeks off, our HeckRazors are back at the table again. Well, most of us. Corvin's still out, but will be back with us next week. So buckle up and get ready for the trouble that we get up to in his absence. But first, like always, we got a few announcements to get through. Do you even like your dice, bro? As a DM, I'm like constantly seeing players cursing their little clickety-clack math rocks like they're sentient magic items, but rarely praising them. Working them up, you gotta get them pumped, man. Swing the odds in your favor by just being nice to the dang precious little things. Your trove of tale-telling tricksy trinkets, they're just looking for a little love, man, a little support, a homie to spot them, What? How do you do that? It's simple, yo. You head over to impassablecreations.com and get lost in their sea of super plush, super comfy dice bags, based on your favorite fantasy flora, fauna, and even spells. That means plants and animals. Even better, they also have super plush pillows, scrunchies to keep your hair out of your face, stickers, and dope initiative trackers. Head over there right away and don't forget to use the code YBIT24 at checkout for 10% off your order today, dudes. Totally. Sorry, I was trying something. Don't at me. Second, a huge shout out to Ellie at Perlaria and Sir Yorick, two awesome talented artists that we've used a time or two for some awesome assets in our digital world. Their contacts will be linked in the credits following the video. Finally, let's wrap this up with some shameless self-promotion. Smash that like button, tickle that subscribe, and spread the word. We're hosting a special team-based PvP match when we hit 50 subscribers. So make it happen as we jump in to the legends of Abhaile. So welcome back, gang. When last we left off, we'd arrived at a small oasis of oddly proportioned flora and fauna. After a harrowing encounter with a couple denizens of this strange haven, we snapped back in to our party of HeckRazors hot on the trail of a nearby fissure of darkness, with the hopes to stop its dangerous plight and maybe better understand the unknown foe. Anywho, I believe we were just, were we taking a short rest or were we just healing up a little bit? I know it was like half a year ago.
Right, yeah, we could probably manage a short rest. We got a few
Short
minutes to
rest
catch our
sounds
breath.
Yeah, I know that some people took some pretty good blows. Anything anybody wants to talk about or do while we're doing a short rest?
At the moment, I'm just gonna catch my breath and stretch after chopping that shambling mount apart.
That was a little something.
Yeah, probably just cleaning moss off of all of my clothes.
But yeah, it's you're able to catch a really comfy little rest here in the clearing. It's humid as all get out as the rain has stopped and the sun is starting to peek through the clouds as they start to scatter and stretch. There's still the faint dropping of condensation from leaves down into the pool below. But it's kind of an eerie quiet right now, apart from that, throughout the whole forest.
Alright, press on from here.
Yeah,
Do I not?
Cool. Shalla, do you want to roll me a survival check? And you guys are all cool to go ahead and mark that short rest if you need to. eat any hit dice you want.
You said survival?
Mm-hmm. We are kind of working off of Shalla's knowledge of what she saw in her scrying, and a 22 is hella good. You get the idea. First thing, referencing your map, you get the idea that you're both nearing. It's not exactly the shore, but you know how the mountain at the center of the island is situated, where it's prouder on the northern side of the island, and the rest of it is generally where, if you've been told in ages past, when it's erupted, it's kind of like a lazy lava flow out. And it kind of just builds up on the north side, and then it kind of just all kind of crumples in and spills out on the south side. And on the north side, there's several big cliffs that overlook the jungle below, kind of acting like steps that kind of go up the top of it. And you're pretty sure that you guys are pretty close to one of those areas, and that tells you that it's going to be a little bit of a climb going forward, but you're not far off, maybe a half a day out from where you believe the fissure to be located.
Okay.
Yeah, you're that scrying orb giving you that bird's eye view, it really helps put a lot of things in perspective, and it's helped you out tremendously here already.
Sweet.
So yeah, as we continue into the forest, I'll bring us over to just a fun little walking around scene. Get that situated on camera. If you guys want to, or drag yourself in your marching order, however you want to be,
It'd probably be me and Shalla up front taking point. She knows where she's going, and then we'll keep the range fighters in back.
Good call. Good call. Plop him there, and you there. Oh god.
Shalla, have you seen the mountain, erupt before? Like, does it threaten your towns around here?
It doesn't really erupt so much as it just kind of flows. I guess it's possible it could erupt one day, but it has not erupted.
Well, the flows then, is that something you're all kind of built in areas it generally doesn't go towards by now?
Shalla?
It has not erupted violently.
But like,
It's like continually erupting in small little things, but it has not like Mount St. Helens blown out its sides.
So it's kind of more like a Hawaii deal, where it's just kind of like...
it's much more like Hawaii, where it just kind of like chills and just kind of slowly flows into the water.
Kind of like a boil that's just oozing pus all the time, right? Like,
yeah, we just have to make sure we're not surrounded by it ever. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh, no.
Taking us by surprise.
Oh, I mean,
has it ever done Tate Peak before?
Has it what?
Has it ever gone off in the past?
Want to roll me a history? I'll help you with this one. Not really sure, but you're able to put together that, at one point the island might have been dominated by the mountain. So it's a possibility. Maybe, tens of thousands of years before your people even came to the islands. So it might be overdue.
Those terrible, terrible words.
That's just something I added on for comedic value. I don't know. I honestly have no idea how the... I mean, we're on a fire, like a ring of fire type of plate boundary situation right now. So, I mean, it is possible, I guess. Just metaphysically.
The people of the island are not worried about it going off anytime soon.
Yeah, as we climb on, somebody want to roll me a D20 for the first leg of this little travel? 13. Okay. It kind of gets steep in a big way. So it's like it's extremely abrupt from like where it was. You might, after an hour or two of walking, might start to strain your calves to the point where now you're grabbing for vines to steady yourself, tree trunks and clumps of grass even in places as you make your way up further and further in elevation towards what you can now see is a vast swath of land that kind of arcs up and around the mountainside, so that you're always at an angle kind of on it, and that angle's kind of counter to what you would believe. Like it's like makes you want to fall inward. It's like a V-shaped lip kind of that's just covered in dense trees as far as the eye can see. So we're gonna need a group athletics check here. Just to maintain our footing. Athletics or acrobatics? I'll let you be creative with how you try to...
I'm going to go ahead and cast Bless on everybody before we do that.
Cool.
So hold on, let me go ahead and just... Alright, everybody.
D4s do not hurt at all. I'm going to go ahead and roll for
What are we rolling again?
Athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
And a D4?
Yeah, and you get a D4.
Cool. For a combined total of 22.
Okay, I think we're all in really good shape there.
23.
It was actually a pretty tough DC, but hang on just a second. Yeah. It was a pretty tough DC. Vargo just barely, he's having a little bit of trouble. Your crossbow kind of just caught on some underbrush, but you're able to push up no problem and get it unstuck.
Two of them makes it even harder.
Yeah, you know, but you come prepared, right? So you guys make it up a good little portion to the point where the precariousness of it has kind of lost its touch a little bit. It's a little bit more predictable and a little bit more stable. And as you guys continue up, you can see where the land starts to get to a much safer grade. So we're going to need one more group, athletics or acrobatics, your all's choice, just to get to that final leg. Your bless, I'll say, can still be on.
Yeah, I'm sucking today.
Vargo, you do have that D4 on top as well, sir.
I get a 12.
Yep. Rip, and then Scylla is up there just panting a little bit like, man, that was a little bit something. And as you look down, Shalla and Vargo are like...
I carried everybody on my shoulders.
they're like in the mud and trying to get out of it, and they're like grasping for vegetation, and it's not going anywhere. So you guys can try again, and Scylla, if you want to do anything to help them out, maybe lower that DC a little bit.
Tell you what, I will go ahead and cast Enhance Ability on both of them.
What does that do?
It enhances your ability.
You'll have advantage on strength checks. You go ahead and burn that twice.
All right. You guys want to make me an athletics or acrobatics? With advantage if you do the one that's strength-based.
There's my... Oh, not 20 for my athletics.
2 7s.
Was that... Wow. Was that 2... Wow.
Oh.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, I rolled before I knew, and I got a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20 is good. Shalla, do you want to make me a... How do I want to do this? Yeah, I don't know. Shalla, you get up, so no, Shalla and Scylla, you're both up there. Vargo still hanging down there about the midway point. Not losing any ground, but not gaining any ground.
I jog back to check on him. Hey, you doing okay? And I jog back up front.
Can I tie a rope around you or something?
Hey, you got a rope?
Kind of cheerfully yell back, "You got this, buddy. You can do it."
All right, I'll give it. I feel like advantage is. Oh, can I do it now?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, you're not alone down there, man. Corvin is thrashing about as well. He's having a hard time trying to find a grip. So Vargo, with a 13, you're definitely able to get up. No biggie at all. And finally, after a while, it kind of gets easier. You start to notice where the strong spots are in the vegetation. And not long after, Corvin scampers up right behind him. So good news, we don't have to do that for a while. So we'll, I guess, move right on to the second stage of travel. Anything you guys want to talk about while you're traveling? Or go over? Vargo, don't forget, you did have that book you picked up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, is this a type of environment that I can read a book while we're traveling?
I probably
it seems like it's pretty difficult.
Correct. And if you remember, the book is still locked with some type of like keyless clasp.
I'll try to check that out tonight, maybe.
Cool. I was reminding myself as much as you because I keep forgetting that that's a thing. But anyways, if nothing else to talk about for this stage of the journey, somebody else want to roll me a d20?
I can.
Go for it. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. What is the worst that could happen?
Now roll me a d6. Okay, so as you guys are walking up the hill, you're kind of getting used to it and getting comfortable with kind of having to walk with one leg stretched a little bit longer than the other. But it's not that big of a challenge or inconvenience. You hear a little rustle off in the bush a ways away. Anybody that wants to is more than welcome to make a perception check.
Oh, I'll make that perception check. Plus 10.
Heck yeah. 25, 16, 20. Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe 30, 40 feet off in the distance, you pick out a couple of shadows moving through the brush. I say shadows because it's hard to tell what they were. Even with your guys' keen eyesight, they're doing a very good job of being concealed. Like I said, about 30 feet out, you see, let's call it like, you see what you think might be two at your 10 o'clock-ish, and you see what you think might be in another at your 1 or 2 o'clock-ish.
Are these visible enough to target with a spell? Or do we just like see the brush rustling?
You're seeing them kind of dart in between, so you're not able to get a permanent, like, good, you're not like in direct line of sight with any of them right now. If you want to, though, you can hold something and try and catch them when they're running in between. Gamble on the spell slot, you know.
No, that's okay. I assume we just Shalla and I see it and both stop and point and Scylla catches up.
Okay, cool. So as you guys kind of chill and just wait and see what is going to happen, nothing happens. It's an eerie silence falls over the jungle. There's not any wind. There's not any leaves rustling or animal sounds. It's just perfectly silent.
Is it always this creepy up here, Shalla?
A little bit. Or, well, sorry, did you say is it always?
Yeah, is it always this creepy up here?
No, not usually. Usually it's very pleasant.
No takesies backsies. You said it was always this creepy.
Yes, it's super not. The islands are chill. They're not creepy. I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't know if there's a spell I can cast, but... So, how far away from us does this seem to be, did you say?
About 30 feet away. 30, 40 feet away. You're not too sure, but in that general envelope.
Yeah, I'll just get out my big old crossbow and get ready to shoot if something nasty looking charges at us.
Okay, cool. Make that a hold action, just for the fun of it. Vargo, you're holding a shot. You start to hear off to your right, your left, towards over in this yonder area, towards the thing that you can't see. Yeah, we'll just get this kicked off. The creature out here steps out from behind a tree, or her hiding spot. And Vargo, you go ahead and make your held shot. She's going to take a longbow attack at the group.
Right.
Uh, 25 will definitely hit.
A little bit of piercing.
Hey, not bad at all. Not bad at all, that is. All right. Scylla, does a 19 hit you?
19 does.
Okay, 19 does. So that'll be 2, as she has got it clearly aimed for Corvin, and then Vargo's bolt takes her in the shoulder, and she jerks her aim, hits you. We're 4 damage, though. It's not too bad. Let's go ahead and get some initiative going here, guys. Let me get a
Sorry, who'd she hit?
She hit, Scylla.
Oh, okay.
And now initiative.
Yeah, you should be able to do that from the combat tab now. Get this going. So, Vargo, you are up first, sir. You may begin.
All right. Can we still only see the one?
But so far you can only see the one, but you're starting to get a good idea that they're getting ready to...
Yeah, that was probably other people like this one in the other spots. I will throw a hunter's mark on, and then do my Gloomstalker attack.
Heck yeah, go for it.
18?
I'm almost positive. Let me double check though. Yeah, 18 will definitely hit.
Alright, I'm gonna drop a superiority die and do a disarming attack. So that's plus 1d6 plus 2d8.
Cool. Is there a strength save on that, or dexterity or something?
I will link that here. Yeah, DC 15 strength.
Strength.
And 21 piercing.
Holy cow.
Nice.
You know, we're not even going to bother with that. They had 19 hit points remaining.
All right.
They do not have them anymore. They take a mighty blow and go down to one knee and
Nice.
Can I
eventually collapse.
Can I do a shot against cover with my other action or anything? Like somewhere where I think one of the other ones might be?
Actually,
Or-
you had a outstanding perception check. You can tell that the group over here is in a bush, not a tree. So there is, some Fortnite logic to it. You could take a shot. They've got, a pretty decent bonus to their armor class for being in cover, but you could take a shot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take a shot at the group. You can pick which one I'm shooting at.
Cool. I would say it would be disadvantage, just for the, but, you have outstanding shooting abilities.
Disadvantage crit. Double 20s.
You've seen it here,
Not
folks.
just disadvantage crit, disadvantage double crit. What?
That is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Never seen that.
I guess I'll use another superiority die. I may as well go for it.
I mean,
I'll use the
you absolutely might as well go for it.
I'll use the D6 for this one, and we'll do a disarming attack against whoever.
Let's roll just a D6. 3 and under is the scout, and 4 and up is the 4 and up. So you're going for the beefier looking one.
Okay. So when we're doing crits, do I hit critical hit, or I just roll normal?
Roll
damage,
normal,
right?
and then we'll add the maximum plus modifiers, and you can max out that superiority dice. I think that's a fair.
Oh wait, that should have been 1d6. Sorry, cut off the 5 there. So that's 10 plus the maximum is 16 from dice. So that's 26. And then you said you add the modifier again to the crit?
Just you get the modifier on your roll and the doubled, and the max roll. Sorry.
So I think if I did that right, it should be 30 total.
That seems appropriate for what it is. Wow. He takes a big hit, drops down to a knee, but then he somehow grits his teeth and stands up again. He's taken a big hit though, but he's still up.
Can I see if he passes the save?
Yeah. I forgot about that. My bad. Gotta keep me on my toes. He fails to save. He is. You see, he's holding a scimitar and a dagger, and he drops them both to the ground.
A great shot. All right, I will use my item action to put away that crossbow then.
Cool.
And I guess I'll just hang out behind these two and be done.
Right on. That was a hell of a turn. God, that was crazy. Disadvantage crits. Holy cow. Sweet. Well, that brings us to... This one is going to break cover coming up here to the ledge of this little tiny crag, and she's going to take a shot at you, Miss Shalla. With her longbow, so that'll be... that'll be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Be worried about a druid that could withstand 18.
Oh, I mean, you could do it. You could build to
Ow.
it. 3 piercing damage, not too bad. It does sting quite a bit as you get an arrow in the collarbone. That brings her turn to a close. I say her because the token is a her, not because it's a her. I don't know. We're calling her they, them. This one will take a shot towards you, Vargo, seeing you take a shot at their leader or somebody that they respected.
Yeah, bring it.
Just make sure they're not... Oh, I'm sorry. These guys can be making 2 ranged attacks, too. That's my bad. 7's going to miss, though. So I'll have them make their second attack. Oof. They're going to get a little crit action back on you. So that will be 1d8 plus 2. They are going to do 20 damage to you, Vargo. Holy cow.
What? No.
It's not fair. You're not allowed to do that. Yeah, I get to do that.
The way it's going, I think you're going to roll another crit next turn. So that brings us to Shalla. You're up, man.
I'm going to use the use of my wild shape and do Storm Ascension.
Heck yeah. You guys see Shalla just start crackling with electricity. Her eyes go all crazy and start leaking, like trying to ground out everywhere, like one of those little Tesla balls. It floats off the ground just a few inches. It's pretty dope.
Nice.
That's your bonus action or action to do that?
It says as an action.
Okay, cool. Anything you want to do for a bonus action?
Oh, I gotta roll concentration, sorry.
Oh, good looking out.
No. Oh wait, hold on. You can use bonus action. I will use of my Call the Wind. I guess it's not really use. I can just do that on Which one is? Are they within 60 feet of me?
Yes, 100%.
All right.
You know that.
I guess that one over here, who I guess we can see.
That Vargo
now.
hit. Yeah, he's standing up, still kind of looking at this arrow that's lodged in his diaphragm.
Yeah, I'm gonna push him, and he has to succeed on a strength saving throw. Is that gonna be like against a spell?
It'll be your saving throw. So he rolls a 16.
My spell save DC is 15.
Okay, so he'll save on it.
What?
We will move along to Scylla. You're up.
Right. And can I see these guys up here on the cliff on the right?
You can definitely see this one right here. This one right here is going to have half cover, but you can see them as well, and you can see this guy fully standing up out of there. He'll have just a little bit of cover, but...
Gotcha. So starting off, I'm going to run up to the base here, and then cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh, nice.
And we might need to just grab a token for something.
Yeah,
essentially like a bowling ball with spikes floating about chest height is going to pop up like right about here behind him.
Okay, I dig it.
And for the attack, it's going to just fly forward and bash him in the head.
All right, let me find something just to place as a marker real quick.
With a natural 20. Oh, you're welcome.
And that's the first time we've run this one. That's fantastic. I'm going to use a Will-O-Wisp for it. That kind of works.
Alright, so it's a 1d8 plus 4, so it's going to be 12 plus 9 is 17 damage.
Holy cow, awesome. Man, the crits tonight, wow.
Right, and then I believe Spiritual Weapon was a bonus action,
Yeah,
so
100%.
as an action, would I be able to climb up that cliff?
With an athletics or acrobatics check, absolutely. It's about 10 foot up, pretty steep, but give me a check.
All right, it's going to be a 16 to climb up there and engage.
16 will get you up there and engaged. And that was a free check, so if you'd like to...
Oh, I still have an action?
Yep, that was a free check, just because.
Perfect. I'm going to take my axe to this guy here.
Absolutely. He's barely even able to focus on you completely, entirely. He's just dazed at what's happening to him. He thought this was going to go different.
14 to hit him?
14 to hit him. Let me check on that real quick. 14 will just miss, unfortunately.
All good. I will, however, burn a use of War Priest.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind. My bonus action
Bonus
was used
action.
casting spiritual weapon. So yeah, we're good.
Cool. Alrighty. And that brings us to this one over here. And let me just move up to here. Oh, it actually does work with a pretty decent ruler. He's going to move up to here. And I don't believe he's actually got any ranged abilities. He does not, but that'll be his turn, holding an attack in case somebody closes with him. Then this one over here in front of you, Scylla, is going to kind of look around and shake himself. He is going to use his action to bend down and pick up his weapons, and I don't believe he can... Yep, that does it for him for that turn. And that brings us to Corvin. Corvin is going to... Corvin is going to begin to pull his bow back to strike at this guy that just ran around the bush. And there's going to be a rustling from behind him as he fires his shot. That will be... a hilarious 8 for the first one. I'm not making these up. And a hilarious natural 1 for that one.
Uh-oh.
Got
Scylla.
Thankfully, I'm having a hard time. Shalla, I'm going to give you 3/4 cover. So your AC is going to... Because there's really no way that this could happen.
What?
Oh, he's going to try and shoot at you. But he's not going to be able to hit you. It's just for the mechanics.
Okay.
It's just the rules. There's really no way that that could have possibly happened. But as his turn comes to a close with 2 stunning misses and a, accidental third shot into Shalla that didn't quite connect, just because that's just kind of how we have to do it, female figure in kind of loose-fitting, flowing, kind of clothes with kind of like long sleeves that taper at the end and long legs that taper at the end. Dark clothing with accents of red. Dark tan skin like Shalla's with tattoos covering most of her face, and long black hair that is in a big, tight, fat, messy braid. She comes out of nowhere in a puff of mist, landing right here, and is going to join us at the top of combat. So 1 second, let me get her added in here. Ignore the name, it's just a stupid token thing. That is not good for her. Coming in at the top of initiative, the bonus action was the Misty Step that she did. She is going to have an action. And that action is, unfortunately, Vargo or Corvin, one of the two. That'll be Vargo. Make me a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Alright. I don't think I have anything that can influence this. So we'll just... nope, a 9.
Vargo, you are held in place by an unnatural force that binds your muscles and holds you still. You are held for the time being with hold person. At the top of the round, though, it is your turn, and you can make me that wisdom saving throw if you'd like.
Oof. This being paralyzed doesn't do anything to concentration, right?
Correct. No, it does not.
Okay, cool.
3. I'm so sorry, my friend.
Yeah, you hear like a grinding noise from his teeth.
Ew, that's not healthy, man. Cool. That brings us to this scout here, who's going to take another shot at you, Shalla. That'll be a 15 to hit, Shalla.
Yes.
Sorry. At least it wasn't another nat 20. I don't know if this game can handle another nat 20.
Right?
6 piercing damage to you. Shouldn't even scrape that Storm's Ascension, though, so you're...
Oh yeah, I'm still pretty good with that.
That brings... Oh, she gets 2 shots, actually. I keep forgetting that. We'll see that natural 20 come up, probably. Really close with an 18 for a 22 to hit, which will definitely hit. Not much at all for 4 piercing damage, Shalla. That brings hers to a close, and now we are on to hers. She is going to actually take a short sword attack at you, Scylla. You pose a great threat to her right now.
Fucking bring it.
That'll be a... Ooh, that was an adventure. An 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
Cool. She comes through with it again on the backswing. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Sorry. Comes through with it again on the backswing. That was an adventure as well. For a 14 to hit with a miss as well.
That is a miss.
Cool. That brings her turn to a close. Shalla, you are up.
I'm gonna do Moonbeam on these 2 that are above Scylla, but
Ooh.
careful to not have Scylla be in.
I dig it. So that is a con save?
Yes.
They are not great at that. Nope, that is a fail for the top one, and that is going to probably be a fail for the second one. Let's see how the dice roll out. Oh, surprisingly not bad. A 16?
Alright. For all of 3 damage.
Cool. So that'll be 3 full for the top one. They're looking a little rough. And that'll be, we'll call it 2 for that one. Cool. Anything else you want to do, Shalla?
I'm gonna throw some wind at that other guy for...
Oh, cool. Strength saving throw.
It's, I'm pretty sure it's 15.
Oh, 15. Okay. Cool. Good looking out, though. That brings us to this figure to the back, who is going to look at Corvin, and she's just going to jump immediately into space with him, grappling him with some weird type of telekinetic. Shalla, it kind of looks familiar to you. You had to deal with that at one point or another. And is going to dimension door away with Corvin. So he'll have to make a wisdom saving throw. He rolled good. He did not roll quite good enough. The 2 of them vanish into a direction you guys are not sure of. That's gonna clear her out of initiative for the time being. We might add her in later. That brings us to Scylla. You are up.
Right, as my bonus action, the spiritual weapon is going to bash that guy again.
Cute. Go for it.
Let's see.
23
Oh, that's
will
gonna be
absolutely hit. Yeah, roll some damage. And we'll get you a token made up, too. That'll be...
sweet. That's going to do 10 damage
and
there.
Force damage. Holy cow, that is fantastic. He is looking bloody after that hit. Right to the top of the head.
And then as my action, I'm going to turn to my left and unleash lightning breath. Thusly.
Nice.
So I'm gonna need saving throws from both of those, please.
The lady doth protest.
Scylla likes to fight.
Scylla does indeed.
So I need to... That's a fail.
That is a fail on that one, and then that is gonna be... their dexterity's not terrible, but... Ooh, that's not bad. That's 17.
That's still 6 damage, though.
Heck yeah, 6 damage and 12 damage. Man, I love lightning breath.
Right.
And that'll be... I can do math, I promise. Okay, they both are looking crispy and just, you know, there's still like a little bit of lightning arcing between hair strands. Still up, still looking, but they're looking rough.
Good.
Cool. Anything else for you, ma'am?
That'll be my turn.
Cool. That'll bring us to Mr. Bandit over here. He's gonna rush up to you, Shalla. Also, Vargo, you're unheld as soon as she dimension door.
Oh, sweet.
He is gonna make 2 attacks against you, ma'am. And that'll be the first attack will be natural 1. You want to do a melee attack against him, Shalla?
Yeah. That close? Hell yeah. I'm gonna hit him with my dagger.
Go for it.
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits. Yeah, absolutely. Roll some damage. Ooh, not bad at all.
Nice.
7.
Max.
Yay.
I can still do math.
I believe in you.
Yeah. Cool. And he's going to go ahead and try and make his second attack, and hopefully not natural 1 on that one. Believe it or not. Shalla, you want to poke him again? That is the greatest.
Nice.
This is the greatest combat ever. I'm not even kidding. This has been a roller coaster. Yeah, Shalla, you're more than welcome to make your dagger attack again.
Sweet.
This guy had a bad day.
Yeah. Or another 16.
Yep, that'll hit. For 5, that's not bad at all. That brings him. He's looking confused. As he's bleeding from a couple wounds in the kidney. Bringing us over to this one over here by you, Scylla. He's going to make a couple attacks against you.
You can try.
Right. Natural 1 on this one, too. No, that's a natural 19 for 24.
Well, you know, sometimes when you try, you do well.
You know. Hey, for 4 damage. Yeah. It didn't work out as good as he thought it was. He's just making her angry. And then a 10, just a complete miss. He has lost a lot of blood.
Good.
Corvin's gone, and the shotgun caster is gone. Vargo, you're up.
I guess I'll shoot at this one that's hassling Shalla. I'll pull out the hand crossbow from my waist, and then bonus action. I guess I'll move my hunter's mark to him.
Okay, cool.
And then go ahead. 22 ace and we'll hit.
It will definitely hit. I don't know where that accent came from.
How bad is he looking? She just poked him a couple times, right?
He's sorry, I had to cough. Didn't want you guys to hear that. He's looking mostly fresh. He's got some wounds that are, I'm sure, gonna be a problem in the long run, but he's spry.
All right, I'll just do 14 then.
14? Cool. Now I gotta use my calculator because that's out of my realm.
And then I guess after that I'll just try to flank him.
Okay, cool.
That will be it for me.
Okay, cool. That's a good turn out of Argo. Bringing us to the scout, and she is going to shoot at you again, Shalla. That's kind of what she's been doing, and it's been kind of working for her. It's not working for her right now. 9's gonna miss. Follow-up shot. That's gonna be much better for a 20 to hit. Shalla. Is a 20
What?
hit?
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Shalla went to the Shadow Realm, guys. 8 piercing damage to you, ma'am. That'll do it for that scout. This next one was gonna shoot for you, Vargo, now because you're Rainning. Actually, no, they're gonna go for Scylla. They have to.
Oh, just ignore her. It'll be fine.
Yeah. That is a 21 to hit, Scylla.
Gonna hit.
Cool. That'll do 5 piercing damage somehow instead of slashing. Yeah, whatever. 5 non-magical, and then they come for their follow-up. That's much worse. That's a 15 to hit.
Oh, that is not.
Okay, cool. That brings her to a close. Shalla, you're up, man.
Alright. He's still there in between us. Ooh, wait. Do we get flanking then?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And that does work
What does
for
flanking
melee
do?
spell attacks, too.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna do Shocking Grasp then.
Cool. Roll and attack with advantage. This guy's gonna have a bad day.
Yeah.
Double crit it. Come on.
Do
Right.
it.
Would be nice.
Do it.
Oh, not bad though. 21 will definitely hit. Roll some damage.
Is he happen to be wearing armor made of metal?
Let me double check. That's entirely possible.
Oh wait, that just gives me advantage on the attack.
Yeah, you've already got that for the flanking.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say if he's wearing metal armor.
Okay.
But yeah. Anything for a bonus action?
Since I've been trying and failing, I'm gonna try to hit that guy over there with the blowing
Oh, heck yeah.
the wind.
One of these days you'll get it.
One of these days I'll get him.
Oh, you got him.
Yay.
Roll that little wind damage. I think it's just a d6.
I think so too. Three.
3 damage as he goes flying.
Gave him a little something.
He goes flying and tumbling down off of this cliffside, taking another 4 damage as Shalla murders a man. And his neck snaps as he hits the ground hard. That's perfect. That brings us to Scylla. You're up.
Alright. Bonus action, the weapon is going to fly and hit the one on the far side.
Okay, cool.
Going to attack with...
13 just hits. Go for it.
Sweet.
7 force
7.
damage. Heck yeah. Oh shit, actually. 7 force damage. Scylla, how do you want to do this?
It just flies over and passes right through where her head is with little resistance. Meanwhile, my axe comes in and attacks the one right in front of me.
Absolutely.
It swings at the one in front of me, but I miss.
11 will, yeah, it'll be a little shy, yep. She dodges out of the way, actually just in horror of the fact that you just brained her friend.
Right.
Alright. You good staying where you're at? Or,
yeah.
Cool. And that brings us to this guy down here. He is going to go for you, Shalla. On the first one will be oof, not good at all. 12 to hit.
Yeah, that'll miss.
That'll miss. Alright. Then he comes in with the dagger. Not good either. 15 to hit.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. It's just a dagger, though, for a solid 4 points of piercing damage. Bringing his turn to a close. That brings us to Fargo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can put a hand crossbow bolt in the back of this guy's head. Still hunter's marked. Whoops, that should not be +6, but it's still a 26 or a 23.
Yeah, that all day, every day.
This one gets the +6. 13 piercing.
13 piercing. All right. He's taking some licks.
And then if he is still up, I will bonus action crossbow expert another one.
Cool. Go for it.
13 to hit.
13 will just miss, unfortunately.
That'll be it for me.
Cool. Then we're up here to this scout who's now got an angry Scylla in front of her. She's going to make a short sword attack of gun steel. That's not great. 15 to hit.
Yep.
Cool. Coming through with her follow-up. 15 again to hit. Miss. Good lord. They've lost the luck. Shalla, you are up.
I'm gonna hit him with another shocking grace.
Heck yeah.
Oh wait, I was just say I have advantage, don't I? But
Yeah.
I got her 26, so I think I'm good.
Roll her again just to make sure if you got a crit.
No.
All good. For 10 lightning damage, that is fantabulous. And that brings him down. He is looking rough after that. Oh, actually, that's lightning damage. Throw another d6 on top of there.
Oh shit. That's right. Oh, I totally forgot about that on the last one too.
For an extra one. He is looking rough.
Cute.
Anything for a bonus action, man?
Oh, is that one guy gone? I hit that other one up there with Scylla then for another.
Strength saving throw.
Yep.
That's a 11. Roll that d6. And it's 10 feet or 5 feet?
5.
Cool. 5 damage though. Nice. Nice. She just immediately gets jerked right here. Still pretty much engaged with you, Scylla. She gets like off balance to the point where it like almost dislocates her shoulder. That brings us up to Scylla.
All right. Yeah, spiritual weapon's gonna brain her again, or brain the new one.
Heck yeah.
And I'm gonna chase her around the wood.
11 or 18, yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah. Not very strong, but enough.
5 force damage? Heck yeah, she is looking extraordinarily rough, like she's barely keeping it together.
Gotcha. I'm gonna run around the side of this tree and smack her with the axe.
Absolutely. It's more of a bush, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's gonna miss.
Actually, yeah, it just misses, unfortunately.
Oh, good.
Just misses.
And I am gonna move myself right around this side here.
Okay, perfect.
I
Careful, actually, that Shalla's moonbeam, she hasn't broken concentration on it, so it is still...
I'm gonna run around this side.
I forgot about it. That was both of our bets. Actually, we should have been rolling some stuff for that, too. Yeah, that was my bad. We didn't need it. That brings us to this guy down here. He is going to go for you this time, Vargo, because he can't seem to hit the sparkly lady. That'll be... 16 to hit.
That'll meet it, yeah.
Cool. That'll be 8 slashing damage to you, sir. And then you follow through with the dagger. And he'll completely miss with that one. Which brings us to the top with you, Vargo.
Still getting a bit bloody. Alright, I will take a shot back at him. 15 to hit.
15 just hits, absolutely.
Alright, 9 piercing.
Heck yeah. 9 piercing, Vargo. He is a heap at your feet. He is dead.
Alright, I will spin and take my second shot at the one next to Scylla.
Okay. She'll have just a tiny little bit of cover from the position and the angle. So if you wanted to, you could make maybe take a couple steps back and get a little bit better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see over the hill.
Yeah.
Some more. Sure, I will do that. 17.
17 will hit, absolutely.
And 7 piercing.
Yeah. She had 2 hit points left. She's fully lifted off the ground with the force of that bolt, and she is down. And that brings combat to a close.
Where'd Corvin get off to?
So do you want to make me a... let's go with an Arcana check. Anybody's willing to, welcome to make an Arcana check.
I'm gonna
scratch that.
Join the group.
Ooh, nat 20.
Holy cow, Shalla. Holy cow, indeed.
I couldn't see very well when I was paralyzed, but I think someone kidnapped Corvin.
Yeah,
Definitely would appear that way.
and you're both familiar with, you're not necessarily familiar with the exact spell that was used, but you're aware that it was a very long distance, but still rather immediate teleportation. You're thinking that it could probably shoot somebody 500-600 feet away. And that was almost a minute ago now. Not sure what direction they went. You didn't see any type of... She just kind of runs up to him, grabs him, and they vanish. Kind of like Thanos
use
style.
Your scrying orb?
That's just what I was thinking about.
Have you guys had a sleep since you used it last?
I don't think we've used it since we started out, have we?
That's right. I used it and then we slept tonight, so no, I have not used it. So if I can, I'm just gonna be like, hey, would you mind if I take 10 minutes to use my orb to see if I can figure out what direction they may have went?
I didn't see where they went, so if we want to find him, probably a good idea, yeah.
Cool.
Is that...
I
it takes
will.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Alright, so, Well, you're getting set up to do that. It's a ritual type of deal, so it takes, a little bit to kind of, calm down after battle and kind of sit down on the ground, crisscross applesauce, and place the veil in your lap. And while you're doing that, if you guys want to make me a couple of investigation checks just to rifle through the bodies, you're more than welcome to.
Oh yeah, I'll guidance myself and then do one of those.
Cool. And Shalla, can I ask, who are you looking for specifically? Are you looking for Corvin, or are you looking for the lady that took Corvin?
Okay. I'll use it on Corvin, and hopefully he isn't trying to stop me because I'm trying to save him.
Now I gotta roll another d20. So, Shalla, as you reach out, you feel a resistance at first. You feel like he's trying to fight you, right? But then it's almost as if you're kind of putting yourself in his shoes. You can feel him understanding that maybe this is them trying to find me. And he opens up, and your sensor appears, and your eyesight goes black and cloudy and roiling with lightning behind it. And you see Corvin. He is bound, manacled, it appears, surrounded by a group of... make a perception check.
Perception? No. 14.
14. That's kind of low for you. There is at least 10 people around them in their immediate vicinity. He's flanked immediately by two burly men in leathers, and the Moanwi Islands are kind of known for being a little hand-me-down looking. Almost every piece of clothing is homemade, so it's got a look to it that's less processed and less, refined necessarily. These are even rougher than that. It's very little thought's been put into it, as long as it covers and protects. It's not good quality. But it's kind of Mad Maxy. A little bit.
Got it.
Like things that aren't quite necessary. That might be a cushion they have strapped to their shoulder. It's... but they're marching through the woods. They're marching, and with the positioning, I'd say, focusing in specifically on Corvin, you're below the treetops, so you're not quite able to tell where they're at. You can tell, though, with a 14 that the ground is still slanted, so they're likely on this shelf with you. No one's talking. They're being extremely quiet. Many of them, the more outlying ones, are darting from bush to bush, being extremely careful about where they walk as they guide Corvin along. They've taken his weapons from him. He doesn't seem to be injured, though. You're not exactly sure how far away they are, though. And with that, your sensor dims and your eyes return to normal.
I will,
It was the same time of day, roughly. The sun was in the same spot, so... Not terribly far, but far, probably. It's hard to tell. It's yeah. They're in the same general geographic area.
got it.
Okay, sorry, investigation rolls real quick. 15.
And I can only use it once per day?
Yeah, that's a one-a-day deal.
Got it.
At least until you get to the point where you can do 5th level spell casting.
Yeah, okay.
Or progresses in its lifetime. which, God, I hope so. Okay, with a 17 and a 15, guys, Scylla, as you're poking around, we'll say the group to the north, as you're poking around up there, you find a scimitar and a dagger and a short sword, as well as a decently serviceable longbow, look like just a repurposed hunting bow, and a quiver with 10 arrows. I think, 10 arrows were left. As well as you find just a normal wooden carved pipe. It's doesn't look like it's got any magic to it at all. It's just a ornate, not even ornate, very primitive looking pipe with a little pouch of some type of herb.
Some wacky tobacco?
Or maybe just regular tobacco. Who knows? While you're looking them over, so you had the higher of the two, actually. So, you notice that they have tons of tattoos, like Shalla's, but just more everywhere, all over the place, covering their faces entirely. You notice on their arm of the bigger guy, kind of flanking some diagonal vertical stripes, are brands, very intricate brands burned into the skin. There are two of them in diagonal that go upwards, and they're very Islander-esque from what you've seen so far. But you've never seen any of the Islanders, to your knowledge, that have had actual branding done. Then Vargo, down there with you find similarly a longbow with a handful of arrows. I think 12 in that one, and a short sword and a dagger and a scimitar as well. This one also has the same brands on his arm as well. The smaller, more nimble, crafty ones that have their entire face covered in these weird collaborative linens, they do not seem to have any branding on them.
Alright, I'll try to dump all that stuff into the bag of holding, if that's alright.
Do we have room for that in there?
Totally.
Shalla, what's the space looking like in that thing? I don't remember how much of that stuff we put in it.
Bag of holding, it's currently at 370 pounds.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of space to jumble all that in. Shalla, do you want to make me a investigation or history check?
Sure. It's gonna be an 18.
18. That's not bad at all. You've heard two stories. It's kind of one of the more interesting pieces of goss that spreads around the island, actually. There's the story that people like Maya and the other Tomoatwi, most of the other Tomoatwi, like to go off of, which is everyone on the island works together in harmony for the good of all. Nobody goes hungry. Everybody has a roof to sleep under. We do what we can to contribute. We take our fish to people that can't fish. We help the elderly. And it's a firm talking point amongst the lot. It's kind of the religion they made for themselves because they had to believe it. Then there's the other story. The other story is the more interesting one, in that there are people constantly who can't. This way of life doesn't offer what they need. the selfish, the violent, the mentally unstable, they had to go somewhere. And you can't help but wonder if maybe you might have run across a group of some of these bad actors that have come together. So while everybody's kind of sitting around catching their breath, getting the bag of holding loaded up, anything you guys want to do further in this area, or do you want to set out?
Was the scrying and stuff long enough to squeeze in a short rest?
I'll say that there's no problem. We can get in a short rest. You know, doing that and taking some time to turn over the bodies and whatnot.
Yeah, I got pretty beat up that fight.
Shalla, how do you feel about that also? Are you, which side of the story were you on?
It's not something I had really given much thought to, honestly. I probably would have just assumed that she hadn't really met many people who've not been cooperative. They kind of
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's kind of hard to even, like, you see it happening, but it's still like, I don't want to think about it type of thing.
Yeah.
I'll say one other thing that you were able to gain from the scry. It's hard to tell if it was just the orientation of it, or not, but and kind of remembering, you guys haven't been up here that long in this level-ish area of the island, and they were on the level-ish island as well, so it looks like they're heading in the same direction that you guys were initially heading as well. So there is some, you know, at least some trail to begin checking.
Okay. Well, I would definitely let them know that they are ahead of us by a fairly significant amount, but still in this relatively same area.
Yeah, at least we can pick up their trail, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Cool. So as we set out from there, does somebody want to roll me a D20? So that'd be you, Vargo. You're the only one hand.
Yeah. These. Here's a good roll.
Hey, that's a really good roll. It's actually not bad. Overhead, as you guys walk, you notice the interesting shadow being cast upon the jungle that's almost visible through the canopy, where you can see where shafts of light are beaming down through the trees as the clouds have now dissipated. A dark wall, and above you, high overhead, another shelf extends, casting its shadow over the jungle below. But it's really nice because that sunlight coming down has dried the ground considerably, so it's completely easy to walk over. You guys make great time through this first area. Do you guys want to make a perception or investigation check to see if you can find any sign of this party that's taken Corvin?
Sure.
Also looking out for any blackfishers, you know.
Oh, definitely.
29, Vargo. Let's just show off, huh?
I get the guidance in there.
Yep. I mean, God gave it to you, right? Scylla, you want to get in on this action?
Let's go for it.
bring us back to our walking.
Boom.
22 as well. Man, you guys are on fire tonight. Cool. Absolutely. Interestingly enough, you see, trudging through the brush, trying his hardest, George is on the ground. Looks like he must have gotten separated from Corvin, and he is trudging along, making a beeline, dead ahead of you guys. He's just making a little bit of a ruckus. Because he's the slowest thing in the world. He's the opposite of a cat with zoomies. He's a 18-year-old cat with a bad hip.
I can speak with animals.
Okay, cool.
See if we can. I assume we already know what's going on, but I can comfort him at least. You lost Corvin, George?
Hey, I know you. Okay, I don't have to hide. Okay, yeah, I lost Corvin. The bad people took him. We went for a ride. It was scary. We were in one place, and then all of a sudden we weren't. And then they found out that I wasn't a bad pack or something, and then they just threw me on the ground like I'm a freaking, I don't know, like something that you throw on the ground, like a bad stick. Wait, so you guys haven't found him yet?
No, we thought he might be this way, which seemed like a good guess, I suppose.
They went this way. That's why I was walking this way. It was a while ago. I tried to keep up, but my legs are pretty short.
Maybe hop up on Scylla? I would offer to carry you, but I am at the edge of my rope.
Absolutely, I got him.
Constantly struggling under all of my gear.
Somebody had to bring a battering ram.
Oh, you never know when that might be useful.
It's come in handy. It's like
it has.
Twice. He kind of nestles around your neck, Scylla. He's very inconsequential in weight, especially for you. You could feel like Piccolo, though, if you want to, and be like, I was wearing weighted clothing, and then throw George to the ground and be like, now you will face my full power.
Right.
Somebody animate that, please. Cool. So, knowing that we're heading in the right direction, and we are seeing at least some type of a breadcrumb trail, that comes around to Scylla again. You want to roll a d20. Okay, cool. The wind picks up and the clouds start to pull in again. They're not really the dark, heavy, fat with rain clouds, but just clouds, and it kind of makes for a bleak day as the wind picks up. The humidity is starting to work on the grass, so it's kind of becoming a little bit slippery as you're trying to maintain your perches on this little weird, perpetually slanted piece of land. But you guys make it through okay. Do you all want to make another round of perception or investigation checks?
Sure.
Scylla with advantage, because George is on the case.
In that case, roll a second.
Cool.
Oh yeah, the second one's a lot higher. Dirty 20.
All right.
George.
Vargo, you actually, while you're kind of making a wide little perimeter holding up the caboose of the little expedition here, you come across a good-sized boar that was shot with an arrow in the neck. It has been butchered and all the meat taken. And it's a very fresh. It's still muscles haven't locked up or anything like that. and as well as the remnants of a campfire that have been. The coals are still hot, but it's been kicked over with dirt and whatnot. But you were able to find it still warm.
Oh, yeah.
So hour.
We're
or two,
definitely close behind them, guys.
yeah, hour or two maybe at best. You think?
We could, I don't know how wise it would be, but we could try to push through the night a bit and hopefully catch them while they're, at least a few of them are bedded down.
Yeah, I would say right now to that point we're probably at mid-afternoon, and it is getting dark a little after. I mean, Jesus, for the sake of it, 7 o'clock. But we know they're pretty close by. Shalla, I believe it's your turn to roll a d20.
My turn to roll the d20?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. Just hope he
Necessary roll.
maybe just hit me with any more arrows.
10. 10. Not too bad, not too bad. It's just a normal walk through. You guys are making good time. Not outstanding time, but not bad time, and nothing's really slowing you down. The forest starts to thin out just a little bit. Some of the underbrush is a little bit newer here, it looks like maybe, give me a perception check, and then you guys can also make your perception or investigation. Yeah, there's a Vargo roll.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention.
You got a cool new friend to hang out with.
Right.
But yeah, Vargo. It looks like as you're looking around, some of the trees have some burn marks on them. It looks like a while back there was a fire through this part of the forest. So it's just a little bit less overgrown on the forest floor. Likely just a course of nature. You find a few snapped twigs, and while these guys are trying really hard to be careful, they're not immune to leaving some sign of their passing, and plus they're carrying a Corvin with them that's probably not quiet or cooperative. So, you know, there's...
That was the word I was going to do.
Find his cloak buckle.
But you find this a little ways off of your trajectory, so you're kind of figuring that they might have turned off just a little ways. But you're able to follow their trail no problem at all. As it is slowly starting to get dark, with the sun starting to creep down. Anything you guys want to talk about, or decide if we're going to keep going or not?
I think it could be a good time to decide if we want to try to go through the night and make up some ground or not.
We thought we were within like an hour of them or something, right?
Yes, but you're not able to tell if you're keeping pace or if you're gaining, or, you know, it's just the kind of the general idea.
I mean, I'm always down for a night mission, so it's up to you two.
I'm not opposed.
Yeah, I can press on.
Sure. Cool. Yeah, we've got plenty of time yet before we have to worry about, you know, possibly not getting in that full rest. So we've got some time to play with. That's no biggie. Cool. As you guys keep going, as the sun begins to dip down below the horizon, Vargo, do you want to make me a d20 roll?
Thanks.
Again. Ooh, clear skies. Making good time through the underbrush and the forest around you. You find a place where it starts to thin out even more. And it starts to look like it might be somewhat manicured ahead of you, probably 30, 40 feet. And with your eyesight, you're accustomed to traveling at night and through the shadow. You can see even further still, 90 feet out maybe. The ground cuts off abruptly, and there is a small creek or waterway running through. And beyond that, you see 120, just at the edge of your vision, wooden walls. A fortification of some type.
Alright, yeah, I'll pull everyone back in behind the nearest tree and whisper to you guys. I think there's some sort of encampment or something ahead. It looks like they are fairly well fortified for this area. We've never seen wooden walls at any settlement here, right?
No, I don't believe so. You see that they have the technology for it, and the
Yeah, just no need really, right?
Correct. Yeah, this is a little bit different. It is from a first look. If you want to make me a perception check, all of you guys are welcome to if you've got dark vision.
I do not.
Is that with disadvantage or?
Fargo, you're good. You're good. So you can make yours normal. Shalla and Scylla, if you still want to roll a dice, you can at disadvantage.
Okay, I can do that.
Weirder things have happened tonight.
Is that right? Yeah, it's not bad.
It's really not bad. No.
Which one did you say to roll?
Perception at disadvantage.
Perception at disadvantage.
Oh, poor thing. Still amazing though somehow.
Right.
Shalla, you have to strain really hard to see, but there's still just enough light. You can tell that it's clearly Moanli styled buildings beyond the walls. You can see just a couple of roofs that kind of match your all style of slat and thatch. And the walls you guys see, they're probably 15, 20 foot tall. And then you can't quite make out, you're not seeing any body on top of them, but it looks like there could be they could be quite wide, maybe enough to have sentries and lookouts. It's hard to tell from this distance.
Okay.
But it is quite big as well. You imagine the front of it, the front part of the wall that you could see is probably 60 to 90 feet long. It's a good chunk of real estate.
Surprised they've been able to hide this for so long.
So what are you guys thinking as we're approaching this?
Do
There
people
doesn't
usually?
seem to be... Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, do people usually come up this way much? Is it something that would normally been found?
I don't know. It just seems very kind of like, I don't know. You think someone might come across something like this? I mean, I don't like to think of many things as being very hidden.
You want to make me
People don't usually try to hide. So this is
Yeah. Do you want to make me a do you want to make me a wisdom check? Just a straight wisdom. Okay, cool. It's weird. It's certainly surprising to you. it looks like it's about the size of your average Moanwi town, only walled in and fortified. You're aware that there isn't much, like, there's the through road around the island, which would be far, far below you, miles and miles, and much farther down the hill where it's much more level. There's not a lot of travel that comes through here, so if there were any, it would just be the locals that, farm the area. But it's, the following, you're further in from probably Cowless Hunting Trail, but you're in a part of the island that there's not a lot of people get to unless they're already there, type of thing,
Yeah.
Kind of difficult to access, and you wouldn't want to, kind of far away from everybody, and kind of wouldn't be the safest place in the world, probably.
Okay.
So do you guys want to try and creep a little bit closer, or
That's probably what I would lean towards. I don't know how sneaky you two are.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Bless on the three of us.
I'm not terribly sneaky, but I'm not terribly unsneaky.
Well, we're a little bit better now. I've got disadvantage on stealth because of the armor.
You want me to go scout things out, or we just give it our best shot?
You can scout it out. You got a new D4 on the stealth check.
Okay.
Cool. And he's also...
If you're more stealthy, then for sure go kind of check it out.
He's kind of Batman.
Alright. Stealth roll as I approach.
Yeah, go for it, man. With... Yeah, yeah. Plus, we're in very dim light, rendering you completely invisible, correct?
So that's only to people who use dark vision to see through it.
I see. Gotcha.
Technically, I could still, stumble around or something, I guess.
I gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, 23, you have no problem. You get up to where the trees start to thin and where the underbrushes have been intentionally cut back, and you start to get a lay of the land. Do you want to make me a perception check?
I still have Bless on this, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, that's a bad one.
It's not bad. So it's kind of interesting. You see in the grass several naturally created walking trails, just where repetitive footsteps have, cut through the grass and into the dirt below. They all converge at a bridge constructed over that waterway that you guys had seen further back. As you're up close with it, it's man-made, carved from the ground itself, kind of like a moat. And this bridge is fixed in place over the top of it, leading up to a massive set of double doors that lead into the walls. From this distance, at the edge of the tree line, you can see 3 people, one on the front, one on the right, and one you can barely see at the very back of the fortification, manning the walls. They have longbows with them, as well as some type of bladed weapon at the side. Inside you can see the smoke billowing from at least 3 cook fires, and there's the occasional loud rumble of laughter from inside the encampment. And as you look around the outsides of the walls, they appear to completely encroach around the encampment. And the entire thing seems to be built up against the cliff face itself, leading down hundreds of feet into the jungle below. Do you want to keep going? Is there any specific area you want to...
I guess if I can... Are there any trees near this or anything?
Yeah, there's...
Or is it...
I'd say where you're at right now is probably the edge where the trees have been cut back and cleared. So there's hundreds of trees around.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably try to climb up one and see if I can scout out kind of the lay of the inside of this place.
Okay. Do you want to give me a stealth check and then acrobatics or athletics to climb a tree?
Okay. Am I still within the 1 minute, or has this been long enough that...
For the sake of it, go ahead and call it on still. It doesn't hurt nothing. I might have to look at a map situation.
Not the greatest.
Stealth was good, though. There's nobody in immediate vicinity. Acrobatics, it's a little bit hard. They're palm trees. So they're kind of not a lot going on to grab hold of, but you're able to... you're not even high enough off the ground, so if you want to give me another shot at it.
Yeah, didn't make any noise when I fell back on my feet. There's the 21.
21, not bad at all. You scurry up pretty good. Yeah, and as you scurry up to the top, I will in fact get an image uploaded for you to show you guys what you see. Okay, so I'll pull you guys over here, and this is kind of what you see. For the most part, this in here is filled with water, is the only difference. But inside you see several took fires and a handful of tents, as well as large rooms built into the base of some of the towers alongside the wall. They're not really. I mean, the wall is say 20 foot up. These towers are maybe 25 foot, so they're not much more higher up.
Dang, alright, they got a whole encampment here. Yeah, I'll probably just try to remember the layout the best I can, and maybe count people if I can see people walking around. Let's get a lower bound on the number that are in here.
Okay, you want to give me a perception check, sir? So yeah, you have 3 up on the walls that you can see from up here quite well now, that are keeping a pretty good watch on the... they're mostly paying attention to what's going on down in the, we'll call it the courtyard. And then in that courtyard below as well, you're able to see at least 15 more. You're still not able to see over the immediate front walls because just the angle of the dangle. But at least 15 more in the base down there, and from your vantage point in the distance, you're not quite able to see Corvin.
Okay. Yeah, I will just scramble back down and head back to the party desk.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say with time not being an issue, you have no problem getting down the tree. You kind of just fire pole it. And yeah, you make it back in, say 10 minutes time.
Alright, yeah, fill you guys in on most of that. It seems like there's at least maybe a couple dozen people in there. I couldn't see Corvin, but they've got, like, different buildings. There's a moat. Yeah, it seems like this might be a pretty hard nut to crack. Maybe, like, tomorrow night, if we snuck in or something.
I can be a little more prepared.
Yeah, and we could maybe... I don't know if it'd be a good idea during the day to, like, try to pick off any scouts they send out or anything. It might alert them, but it also might help us with the overwhelming numbers they have.
You might also just be able to observe them, too.
Yeah, like if we see some of them leave, maybe go in for Corvin then or something.
Yeah, take some time to study them, too.
Yeah, I'd
Mhm.
suggest we forego the fire tonight. Maybe camp out a little bit outside of sight or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to make me a nature or survival check to see if you can find a cool place to lay low?
Alright, we'll go ahead and cast guidance before we do that.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Lord Shalla, holy cow.
+7. I'm from here, so
Yeah, absolutely. So, you guys are able to skirt around to, we'll say, the far left side of the encampment, and there's several rocks that, massive boulders that are like on the cliff face, and there's a space where you can kind of duck into that offers pretty good protection, covered where a couple rocks converge. It seems like they're both large enough and stable enough to not be a threat, and it could offer you guys some cover and isolation.
I do, but so you said they're up against a cliff. Is that a cliff that drops off like in the image, or one that goes up behind them?
I will. Here in a second, I will draw what I mean for you guys, because it's a little complicated what I've got going in my head, but I think you'll see. But yeah, as you guys make your way that way, we'll actually go ahead and call it here for the night. It's I think been a long enough slog, and next week we'll have Corvin back, and we can do this from two sides. So we'll stop.